Okay, blogging. Blogging is short for a web blog, which is a medium in which an author writes a journal-style website, provides with provisions for readers to respond. The key to blogging for tourism marketers today is to set up an online footprint and create searchable online content that is keyword dense. So again, back to the beginning, we want to create sustainable copy that is out there, that is keyword dense, that can consumers find when they do what? When they do their searches on the web, right? Anybody here blogging at all? Personally or professionally, like for your business? Great, excellent. Mary Burmel from Hewlett-Packard said this a few years back in an article that I read about blogging, and I really like this because she says, we want to provide a point of view to an audience that hopefully stimulates participation of all people in our prospective customer set. And this should be your exact goal. So you want to send a message to people in your customer set, then have them begin to engage in what you're saying. So you want to provide some commentary or information, then have them comment or provide some additional information to you. This is probably one of the best blog examples that I've seen out here. And let me give you some background on the state of Oregon. Has a really cool blog. And what they've done is they said, you know what, we know blogging is kind of a challenge. So we went out and we have a group of people on our staff that blog. We have a group of people from our PR agency that blog. And we also have a group of people that are Oregon evangelists who really are interested in Oregon travel and have a great passion for our state, and they're also the ones assigned to blog. Now the challenge with blogging is again, this is one of those things that you go out and you do, and unless you're doing it consistently, it isn't effective. So we always tell organizations you should blog at least twice a week. I mean, once a week at the least. Twice a week, 3 times is great. If you can blog every day, that's excellent. But we haven't really found organizations who have done it with a single person very well 5 days a week. So we talk about dividing up the responsibilities, which makes things work a little bit better. But this just kind of gives you an idea of their blog. They just relaunched it with a new design. It's really well done. If you go to the social media how-to guide, we'll talk a little bit about Blogger, TypePad, and WordPress, the 3 tools you can use for blogging. We tell you how to set them up, so you can kind of go through that guide when you receive it. But here's an interesting post. And I'm a kayaker, so I had some interest in this post. This is the Silcoos River Trail by kayak. So what this blogger did is they went out and they blogged about their trip on their kayak trip on the Silcoos River. The cool thing that was appealing to me was, one, it told a great story about the kayak trip. They had photos of the kayakers in the water and outside. But when you got done to the end, there's some comments. Now, one of the users who read the blog posted this comment. And it says, sounds like a great adventure, but no trip to Florence, where the kayak trip ended up, is complete without a stop at BJ's Ice Cream. They have huge scoops of homemade ice cream. I recommend the bittersweet nougat, all chocolate. And there's also one with great fresh Oregon berries. Now, if you went there and you finished the kayak trip, where's the first place you're going to stop? Yeah, BJ's Ice Cream, right? Now, maybe this was BJ that put up that blog or that post. We don't know. But as a consumer, that's what? That's insider information, right? That's the information they want. That's where they want to know. They want to know about BJ's Ice Cream. Yeah, they want to know where to go, and they want that tip. So this is how you want to think about your blogging. And what happens was they provided the forum for this. So they inspired this person to make this comment. So they hit me as a kayaker with an interest-based activity. I went, I saw that, I read the article, I got excited and enthused. I wanted to do the Silcoos River Trail by kayak. And then when I got to the end, I saw the comment from BJ's Ice Cream, which really got me engaged. So a couple tips when you launch a blog. You want to let the audience know who you are, what you're about, and what type of information you're supplying. So if you're going to have somebody help you blog, or you're going to pay somebody to blog, whatever the case may be, just let the consumer know what it is. The state of Pennsylvania, a few years ago, they're one of the true case studies for blogging. Of all the blogging case studies out there, I still think Pennsylvania's is the best. They went out maybe 4 or 5 years ago. They got consumers in their market segments, family travel, girls getaway weekend, outdoor adventurous, etc. They had 5 or 6 markets. They went in, got bloggers from each one of these markets. They had them go out and write stories on 3 different trips a year during the summer. They did that. They took video, photos, etc. But they paid these people $1,000 a trip to do it. And they came up front and they said, this is what we're doing. There was no backlash. But I think if you're going to go out and not tell people what you're doing, you're going to get some backlash. So it's better to be upfront and honest. And there's nothing more an online enthusiast enjoys more is to out somebody for doing something the wrong way. So multiple authors is fine for a blog. Don't blog naked. It's one of the things they always tell us. And that doesn't mean don't blog without your clothes, but start with at least 5 to 7 postings before you launch. So you're going to set up your blog, do some postings, maybe if you're doing 5, maybe 5 weeks, do 1 a week. And then before you launch your blog, have some content there, so when you do a PR release or you're really going to go out there and start to promote it and promote it all over your website, you have some content that is there and waiting. Update it no less than once a week. Utilize credible sources and experts. One of the cool things, again, about having a hotel, resort, golf course, etc., anyone can blog. If you have a golf course and maybe once every 2 weeks or so or 3 weeks, you want to have a tip from the golf pro, that all fits into your blogging strategy. So it's really going out and kind of developing an editorial calendar and deciding what you want to communicate, the message you want to communicate, and then build that message into the blog through your schedule and editorials. And then one of the things we'll talk about in a second, but use Twitter to just distribute your links along with some other